Welcome to the DYSON'S Effect,
a show about everyday situations, issues, and topics we talk about and give our opinions.
We may even listen to yours.
We are your hosts, Johnny
and Theresa,
also known as Mr. and Mrs. Dyson. I'm Johnny.
This is Theresa.
And we back, y'all, for another episode of the
DYSON'S Effect.
Yes. For this one, we want to talk about something that y'all could learn from, that my wife is probably the best teacher in this process. We had a couple events that we went to, and she has some most gracious experiences. So, during this process, shout out to my cousin Craig, our cousin Craig, and our cousin Ann. We're going to dedicate this one to y'all. This is y'all episode. So we had went somewhere with Craig, Monica, our boy Squeak, Lydia, and I think we went out there. We went out to eat, right?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Well, I think we went out to eat somewhere. Then we went to a club. Remember the club we went to? All of us
we went to a comedy show.
Went to a comedy show. Well, one of them we had went to. Remember they said they got the kids were somewhere, and they got so drunk. Craig couldn't find his drawers, and she couldn't find her panties. Well, that's what the name of this is. You can't find your drawers and your panties. And I named the mix after this too, because that's epic. When you so drunk when you can't find your drawers the next day.
Right.
So we're gonna talk about 1.5 drunk experiences. So to my wonderful little sister / cousin Ann, and one experience was with me, the last one. Remember?
With you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll refresh your memory. Don't bother.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'll refresh your memory. So, the first one was with Ann. Do you remember?
There was quite a few with Ann.
Okay. How was it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the?
Well, you're saying the one where you came to the?
Yeah.
Where?
Whatever club that was.
Yeah.
When she was with her best friend, when it was just y'all three.
Oh yeah.
That was the first one, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. What was the club y'all went to then?
I don't know. I think it was the Ice Bar or Ice something.
Did I drop you off?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so she came.
I think. What was we at? I think we were at BQE.
No.
Then I left there with them.
Okay, and then we went to the other club.
Yeah.
So this is the thing: when I have no problem with my wife going out having a good time with her friends, let alone my cousin. If she out kicking with my cousin, it's even better because I know she probably having a good time, and my cousin watching her. She's like my little sister too. So I also don't mind her getting drunk, because when my wife gets drunk, she gets a little bit more loose. She relaxes a little bit more. We have a good time in the bedroom.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. From the last episode, you ain't holding no punches, so why should I? But she relaxes a little bit more in the bedroom. She talks a little bit more. She's more open. She just lets it all hang out. So
in other words, I should be drunk all day, every day?
If it'll get you loose like that, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Once a drunk.
Yeah, always a drunk. Yeah.
That's why I don't drink anymore.
Yeah. No, not because of that. It's because of these stories. So from the first time, I dropped you off at BQE.
Yes.
Okay, so how was that night at BQE when y'all kicked it in?
It was fun. We had a good time. I forgot where we were. I think we was just out. I don't know if we were celebrating something.
It wasn't her birthday weekend?
I don't remember.
And it ain't Ann no more. It's Ann Marie. So it wasn't Ann Marie birthday weekend, or y'all was just kicking.
I think it was just a girls' night out. Honestly.
Okay, so did y'all start drinking at BQE then?
Yes.
How many shots you do then, or how many drinks you had then?
You trying to make me remember something?
Estimate. Just give me an estimate.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 drinks, and you was good.
Yeah.
You was good. So y'all go to the other club on the other side. This one we was living in Marietta too, right?
Right.
So y'all went to the other club. So was that club more cranking than the other one?
Well, DQE is not really a club. It's like a restaurant, bar, and lounge.
You're right.
So, and you only get 2 hours at their table.
Right.
So, I mean, after your 2 hours, you can go stand up or go find you a seat at the bar. And most nights, they are jam-packed. So we left. No, the other place was whack.
No, but another thing you're missing out on, the BQE, they have live bands too.
Yes, but I think we were there on no, it was a Friday. It was a
Friday, so it was a live band. I love live bands too. I love a live band.
Yeah.
So it was a Friday?
Yeah, it was a Friday.
Okay, so then y'all went to the that was like a lounge bar, whatever.
Yeah, that was the same restaurant, bar, lounge. I think it was over there like in Riverdale. No, not Riverdale.
That was out south or something.
Yeah,
That was
close
way
to where they lived at the time.
Yeah, at that time she lived in Jonesboro. Yeah. So, how many roughly? What was the shots there?
It wasn't a lot of drinks there. Actually, they were just strong, really, really strong. We probably had maybe 2 shots there, and it was a mixed drink we ordered, and that I think was really, really, really strong.
Do you remember the name of it?
No.
You know the name of the drink?
Nope.
Okay.
I just know it was a mixed drink.
So, could you give me the estimate, like when you was like, ooh, it's time for me to go home? Like the time frame you was there, like, ooh.
Well, it wasn't that. I mean, for me, anytime I go out, I only need 2 hours. I'm ready to go after 2 hours. That's my limit.
So you was pushing to go into another club anyway?
Well, I mean, it was early when we was in BQE. It wasn't late.
BQE started like, 9 o'clock? Really?
Yeah, 8, 9. It wasn't late. So by the time I got ready to go, I was okay until I got in the car. The thing is, I tried to eat the food left over from BQE cold. I think that.
Go back. Hold on. So let's go back. All right. So around 2 hours. So you probably in the ice bar, whatever the name of that club was, for about an hour?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Mm-hmm. So then you call me.
Yeah.
You text me, ready to go. So whenever she do this, I got to come all the way where I'm from and go get her, which honestly I don't mind because I know she gonna be safe. So that's another thing. I don't mind coming to get her. It may seem like a lot for some people, but you know, sometimes I like for her to meet me in the middle. Like she get dropped off and I don't mind go picking up nowhere she at because I know she's safe and I know she been drinking, so I know I go get her. And I know we gonna have a good time when she get home. So I mean, you know, hey, you get drunk, all right. So while I interject right here, I go get her and my cousin and Marie was like, hey cuz, drunk, yelling, you gonna do it to her tonight. I got her drunk for you. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, good looking out, cuz. Like, man, my cuz really looked up, man. That's why I love you. I'm like, yes, man, come, man, and woof, man, I gotta buy her a gift. Woof. Theresa got to be more careful. Oh, I'm like, ooh, yes, and oh, come on, yes, good looking out. She's like, you can do anything you go to. I got her drunk, and you didn't look that drunk. And then the more closer you got to the car, I was like, oh yeah, baby. It's going down. No more baby oil tonight. So we get to the car. You had the food. I kissed Anne Marie and her best friend. Kissed them. We on our way on the highway. So we on our way to the highway. You had that leftover food. What was it, like a meatloaf or something? I think it was.
I didn't eat meatloaf.
It was like
fish.
It was fish.
Yeah, it was fish.
I thought it was like a turkey meatloaf. And you wasn't pescatarian by this time either.
But I would only get fish from there. It wasn't no meatloaf.
It was something.
I don't even eat meatloaf.
It was something. I think it was like a fish meat. It was something different that you had.
No.
You gonna trust my brain or trust yours?
Mine, because I know I don't even eat no damn meatloaf.
So you tried to eat that in the car on the way home.
Cold.
cold.
Soul food. I think it was like some macaroni and maybe some greens and something.
This before she came pescatarian.
I think it was catfish nuggets with that.
Something like that. Yeah. And it was cold.
Cold.
And anybody know, sometimes when you drunk late at night, everybody gets something to eat, but she ain't want to stop and get nothing to eat. And sometimes it's good to eat something thick on your stomach. It helps soak up the liquor a little bit. So we on the way home, and what happened, baby? Tell them what happened.
I just started getting nauseous.
The
thing is the highway, like the lights and the turning.
That's how you knew you was drunk.
I was like, oh my God.
No,
like
that's how
really
you knew you was drunk.
Hit me when we got the road.
That's how you knew you was drunk, because that's regular. If it was regular stuff, that's how you knew. Yeah.
I started to eat that food, and it immediately threw it right back up in the bag.
First you were like, I'm gonna be sick. Pull over. I said, pull over? You grabbed the bag that the food was in and threw up in the bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Just blew my night for the night. Thanks, Anne Marie. You wasn't just throwing up, you like threw up. And then you threw up like almost the whole way home.
Yeah.
Then
usually how it happens.
Then we get home. I'm still in perv mode. It don't count if it's my wife, so I'm still like a slight little pervert. I'm like, well, maybe she threw it up, got out of her system, I can still give me some. She come home like, nah, she got that stinking breath, that throw up breath. Like, nah, shawty, she got me fucked up on that one. So we come home, and it just seemed like the throw up is over. No. I'm thinking the throw up was over, and she just like sick now. I'm like, oh my God. So she take off her clothes and just put on her pajamas. She get in the bathroom, laying next to the toilet.
I don't even think I put on pajamas.
No, I put your pajamas on. I put your pajamas on, and because you couldn't put your pajamas on, so I put your pajamas on, and we had to keep the bucket by you in case you throw up. And that's how. And then you were sick for like what, 2 days after that?
Well, yeah, the next day, maybe one. But the next day, me and you went somewhere, and I didn't want to drink or nothing. Like we had a date night.
Yeah, just messed up our date night.
I wanted to cancel.
Yeah, that I wanted.
But I had to go.
Yeah, messed up our date night, and I don't think I got me none either.
Anne Marie messed up. Because I was still hungover.
And messed up. I think we went somewhere, like to a comedy show or something.
I don't think so.
We went somewhere.
I think so.
So that was that one. And was it another and so shout out to my cousin Anne Marie on the ass. Now, wasn't it another time was it how many more times?
With Anne?
Yeah.
I think just this last pastime.
Okay, so
which made me reconsider life and let the alcohol go. Got some too old for it.
So then the next one was Anne Marie. This is what type of get together is this one?
We were going to somebody's birthday party at a club. So Ann came and got me.
So you drive all the way out to my cousin Anne Marie's house?
She came and got me.
Right, with her. She came and got you. Y'all drove all the way back to her house. So Anne Marie, we live more closer to like west of Atlanta, like northwest. She live all the way south. So it's a little bit of a ride.
Hour.
It's about an hour ride. And she come get you. So I'm like, oh yeah.
Without traffic, it's an hour.
Without traffic, about an hour. So with that being said, she going out there. Yeah. How many people was out the Ann house? Anne Marie.
Well, when we got there, it was just me, her, and her friend that came in from out of town. And so we sat there, watched a movie. I was like, all right, let me go get some JJ's fish because I was eating fish.
Big then, yeah.
Yeah, and I went and got that. So I'm like,
you got dressed out there too, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got dressed over there.
I only ate one piece and some fries, which I should have probably just ate it all.
Ate all your food, so you'd have some on your stove. So that's where you messed up at.
So
thanks, Anne Marie.
And they likes to take shots. I'm not a shot girl, but they do. So before we even left her house, we had three
shots.
And I think they were drinking Henny. Well, we were drinking Henny. I don't even like Henny. But that's what they had.
So that's what you was drinking, Hennessy?
Yes.
Now, what is your drink for everybody to know? What's your drink?
Apple Crown.
Apple Crown. Now, can you drink Apple Crown straight better than Hennessy?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, because it's a little sweet taste.
It's a little sweet taste. But will it get you more, which will get you more toe up?
Apparently Henny.
Yeah, thanks.
I ain't never really been drunk throwing
ding,
up
ding,
off
ding, ding, ding.
Crown.
Thanks, Anne Marie. That's another one for Anne Marie.
So that was that. I was already lit. So I was like, I don't need no drink. So we made drinks to go. And when I got in the car and it started rolling, I was like, oh no, I'm good. I ain't even finna drink this drink.
Anne could drink then. Basically what you saying, Anne Marie could drink.
Her and her friends.
Her and her friends could drink.
Yeah.
And my cousin a little bit younger than you.
Yeah.
Because a couple years. Well, and that's a good and a bad thing. That show how y'all vibing, how y'all kicking. She like more than a cousin. She like family. She like my little sister. But with that being said, you should have known who you was messing with from the first time.
Well, whatever. Yeah. We get to this party, this club, and we get in there. I'm like, I ain't buying nothing, no drinks. Here come one of her friends with shots. Girl, where you get this from? Shots for everybody. Kept buying shots. Shots.
Lil John. Shot.
Then and going into the VIP section. Tapping everybody with shots. Shot. So I had like 6 shots that night.
6 shots. And you already had 2 or 3 before you came. No, you had 2.
I had 3 at the house.
3 at the house.
And when we got there, we had
a cup.
1, 2, 3. No, I didn't buy a drink.
No, you took a cup on the way. That's what you said?
Right, but I didn't drink it. I might have sipped it, but that thing was still full. I didn't drink that.
So that's all together. That was 6 shots at the club. That's 9
No,
drinks.
not 6 at the club. I think I had about 6 or 7 total.
Oh, 6 or 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 or 7 total.
That was too many. I shouldn't have took the 3 at the club because I was good off of what I had before I even left the house.
But you missing the point too. It wasn't on the full stomach.
It was peer pressure.
I
said I should have just been putting this shit down or going to the bathroom, disappearing.
Shot. Thanks, Anne Marie. So after the last round, tell me what's going on in your head.
I mean, I ain't really started feeling it until, once again, I got in the car and started rolling. So I'm just like, it was almost time, to be, for the little place to close, I think. So I text you way beforehand. Yeah, because it's going to take me about an hour to come all the way out there because the club y'all went to, it was somebody else's birthday, wasn't it? Yeah. So once I text you, you came. I had my leftover JJs. Leftover JJ. Get in the car. No, wait. Let me go back. So I come out there. I don't know where y'all at. So I pulls in because you got to go down this. As soon as you get off this highway where the club was at, wherever it was, you got to go down this long street about 3 miles and almost to the end of the street. That's where the club is at. So I park right there, and you like, where you at? So I'm thinking like, all right, okay, what is this? So y'all come out, and I'm thinking like instantly, should I let Ann drive home? Like she did. I did not feel comfortable letting her drive home. Like, but ain't nothing I could do because I got to drive you home. It's like it was just me, and then she got a car full. So I'm like, I ain't feel comfortable letting her drive home. Because y'all know people drunk when you can smell the liquor on them. And I got a fresh nose. So I can literally smell the liquor on all of them. I'm like, I did not want her to drive home. But I was like, okay, that thought is over with.
So he was like, come get my bag. So, because you changed clothes over there, come get your bag. And I'm thinking, and she's like, look at your wife, she drunk. Look at her, she drunk. I'm like, and it's me, being me, thinking like, oh, good looking. Oh, and I'll tell you, I'm thinking in my mind like, and that's why I love you. Good looking out. Man, I'm finna have a good night tonight. My wife gonna be loose and we gonna have a good time. Our bed, my side of the bed is warm. I'm like, oh yeah, boy. Yeah, so I come pick you up. You looking good. Look, I can't remember what outfit you had on. Looking good, perfume on. You got a hint, just like a little hint of drunkenness to like turn me on. You like just a hint of drunkenness. Like, I can do something with that. Yes, my. Like Mr. Burns, Smithers. I can do so I can do something with that. Thanks again, Anne Marie. So we get in the car. He's like, oh yeah, Anne, good looking. Oh, so we get home. I'm like, all right, good. I had a good time. You're like, yeah, we had a lot of shots.
No, I threw up in the car.
Not yet. Not before we got to the highway.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, Ann looking out. I'm like, man, good looking out, Ann. So we ride, just ride. And, we get on the highway, go down this long street. The lights.
The car.
The getting dark. Okay, I'm looking at her, and I see it on her face, y'all, again. And I'm like, oh, there go that bull right there, man. There go that bull. So we hit the highway. Boom, hit the highway. And I just see it on her face. She's like, I think I took too many shots. Give me that bag. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. So she like, I gotta throw. She throwing up. I'm like, okay. Thanks again, Anne Marie. All right, great. All right, so she throw up. You didn't throw up all the way home, but like half of the way home, you throwing up all your food.
That's because I ate the cold fish again.
Cold fish.
Yeah.
Cold food, period.
Yeah, cold food, period. Because usually I get something hot from where we at.
Right.
Or I stop and get a fry if I can't get nothing else.
Or the classic Waffle House.
That was years ago, baby.
You used to get like, before we became pescatarian, you'd get like a sandwich or something, like an egg sandwich or something, or a grilled cheese egg sandwich or something.
Like a long time ago.
But I'm saying though, that's that was in consideration of what you usually do.
Waffle House was the go-to.
Yeah,
before
but
changing my diet.
So
and Waffle House food is good when you're drunk. It's very good because it's so greasy.
Yeah.
That's probably why everybody go after the club.
Well, to be honest with you, not just that though, it is fresh. It is fresh. They cooking it right then and there. People have their opinions about it. It is fresh. I mean, you could say that.
Yeah.
So we get home and she is pissy drunk. Not that she peed on herself, but you know them people that be drunk and you look on the side of the highway like, I know this fool ain't drunk on the side of the highway. That was her. She was drunk, couldn't walk, barely made it up the steps, got up the steps. She stripped down butt naked and lay next and lay by the toilet. Butt naked, lay by the toilet. And I'm like, what?
So when anybody knows when they're drunk, for some reason the toilet like soothes you. Thank God I keep mine clean. But yeah, it's something about the bathroom toilet when you're drunk. If it's clean, don't go in public doing it. Make sure yours is clean.
Ain't it like some people memes when they got people like with their clothes off and laying next to the toilet?
Yeah, it's something about it.
You was butt naked, laying next to the toilet, and make it so bad. You threw up a little bit, but it wasn't food. It was like water. You kept throwing up. That's like, oh no, that stomach ain't no good. Mm-hmm. So you throwing up. I'm like, this is some bull. Thanks, Anne Marie, again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, okay, she got to go to bed. And me, I got like a little bit, like a slint little pervert going on. I'm like, well, maybe I can still get me some, because maybe it's all out again. And it's like a nice little hint nice small a grasp of throw up. I'm still smelling. I smell throw up now. So I'm now I'm smelling throw up. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. So I had to dress you again and clean you up because you threw up a little bit on you. So you don't remember, do you?
No.
I think I cleaned you up a little bit, and then I got you to bed. I think this time you didn't throw up afterwards. I think you got up again and throw up from the bed like 1 or 2 more times. But then after that, you was good. But you was butt naked, and I'm just like, why is she? You don't know that you butt naked laying on the floor?
It felt good.
So I put your clothes on, sent you to bed, and I think you took like 2-3 days to recuperate after that.
Yeah, the next day, the next morning, I still threw up.
Yeah, I think the next day, yeah.
And I was in bed all day sick.
All day.
And Dry's like, Mommy, you're sick.
You know, she's something else.
Yeah, Dry, I don't feel good.
Now, I don't think I got no drunk stories. I think, well, first of all, to let everybody know, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I used to get drunk. I used to drink and I used to smoke years ago when I was young, probably like around 13 or 14. And I think I had like a strong run I did for like 2 years. Like 2 years I was drinking and smoking. And then one day it came to me like I had like a little small conclusion. I'm like, nah, I ain't drinking no more. And then it makes it so bad, as I told before, like I hang with my uncles. One of my uncles I hung with, he didn't drink or smoke. But my cousin, he drunk and smoked. So I was like still trying to find out who I was and looking up to both of them at the same time. But at the same time, nobody peer pressured me in the process. So within this process, both of them, ironically, like used to have girlfriends and used to go do their own thing. And I was just like, okay, well, let me do other stuff. So in this process, while I'm on the fence of drinking and smoking and all that, with other stuff that I get into, that I end up messing around with a girl, and she got pregnant. Now, when she got pregnant, I said, well,
Who got pregnant?
Jamie did.
Oh.
This was before you. This
You
is.
said it like a random girl or something.
Yeah. It was,
I'm like, what you talking about?
well, I was a Rolling Stone, but
Yeah.
she got pregnant, and I had a thing that I don't like being a hypocrite. I don't like being a bigot or none of that. So I didn't want to like tell my kid not to be doing something. I'm doing it. That's for one, and for two, we was already economically depressed in that city anyway, and it was already hard to get money and all that. So I didn't feel comfortable spending money on weed or liquor, and I know I had a child to take care of. Mm-hmm. So at that point in time, I just stopped completely. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. First I was thinking like, well, maybe I'll do it again some other time. And as I got older, I was always into like taking care of my body, taking care of myself and all that stuff anyway. And I was just like, no, it just ain't for me. Like, and I knew I wasn't no good drinker because I don't like no liquor. Liquor does not taste good to me.
No, it don't taste good.
Beer is horrible to me. Like, yeah. Beer almost makes me gag. Like, I can't even drink beer. I can't stomach it. I mean, when I was drinking, I used to have to put so much stuff with it. Like, my stomach could be full. Like, I remember one time, me, Curtis, Jermaine, Keith was drinking, and I just threw it all up. Like, I can't drink none of that. And they mixed it with Pepsi. I think it was like some Canadian Mist or something. And I was like, nah, I can't drink. Yeah, it's like strong. I was like, Then one time, me and Willie got drunk, and I think he stole some liquor from Blackjack, like some peach snaps or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he mixed it with something. Like, oh, that was cool. But I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on that.
I think I was drinking at a really, 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 really early age.
Roughly.
My mom, like, I went to a house party. Ooh. I got drunk. I think I was about 14, maybe 15.
Before you met me. Right before, probably.
Maybe, yeah. And I got really drunk. I used to drink Paul Masson.
Oh, great.
And I blacked out and fell out at the party. And they had to go wake my mom up and get her.
You lying.
Yeah. And my brother.
I did not know that.
You ain't know that?
No, you never told me that.
Yeah. And they came and got me. from this house party. And my mom was like, I'm going to bed. I ain't staying up with her. Dashe stayed up with me, cleaned me up.
You threw up all of
Every time I threw it up, he was there.
Oh, that's why y'all
I was on the punishment.
How long?
Probably not long, maybe a day or two. It didn't last long.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, so that was my first drunk. Like, I literally blacked out at this
You remember
party.
that? Mm-hmm. Do you remember why you blacked out?
I was drunk, too drunk.
You was that drunk?
Yeah.
You remember how much you drunk at the time?
No.
Was you mixing drinks or something?
No.
Eddie and them, like my brother Eddie, Rob, they used to have this drink they called the Boilermaker. It sounds stupid, but it's funny. So what they take is beer, Cisco get you towed up by itself. Beer, Cisco, like gin, and like another cheap liquor. Shake it all up, and all of them used to drink all. They call it a Boilermaker. And you talk about being towed up. They used to be towed up. They couldn't. First of all, they couldn't even finish it. Like, and the bottle used to be low. They couldn't even finish it. Man, they used to be towed up off of that.
So I think for me, with the last drunk incident, and you know, I've been drinking for a long time. Okay. Not that I was drunk, but you know, I'm drunk for many years of my life. So I'm like, yeah, I need to reevaluate this.
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back. Now, you just had a recent episode. You don't remember? You went to go to a comedy show. Yeah, we went to go see Corey Holcomb. So in these clubs.
Oh, because you bought all that
so
stuff.
In these clubs, unbeknownst to us, I didn't know this because we from a small city. They don't have a 2-drink minimum. In these certain clubs, they have a 2-drink minimum because what it does is it offsets the ticket price and it guarantees people will spend money in there. So being that I don't drink, I usually buy like a water and maybe 2 waters and buy her 2 drinks and all that. But at this time, how many drinks I bought? I bought you 2 drinks, didn't I?
4 shots.
I bought you 4 shots or 2 drinks.
You bought me 2 drinks, but you bought yourself 2 drinks like you drink. So I had 4 shots.
Because I didn't want to drink water because I don't want to be drinking and miss the show and have to get up and go use the bathroom. So I'm like, you might as well. I'm like, and the shots were small to me. So I'm thinking like.
But you don't drink. It was a shot.
And I'm thinking, well.
No, I think it was like 2 mixed drinks and 2 shots.
Yeah, that's what it was. So. No. I think I got a water.
You ain't getting no water.
Okay. So, what I'm thinking is, well, she drinks.
Spent $50 on this shit.
But the point I'm making is, I'm spending some money anyway. The bottled water.
You wouldn't have spent $50.
The bottled water in these places be $250, $350 for a bottled water. So a bottled water is gonna be I'm gonna spend like $10, $7 to $10 just on me. That's just water. I said, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, why not buy her drinks since she drink for 1? For 2, she gonna get real frisky, y'all. She gonna get real loose. And I'm like, yeah, shout it. Bring that on over here. I can watch you get drunk. Come on, take one more sip. Just one more sip, shout it.
I didn't throw up that night.
No, but let me explain.
Oh.
So, you drinking, and I'm like...
And we had to go get Gianna from work. She didn't get off till like, 2 in the morning?
2 in the morning. It's supposed to have been 12, but it ended up being 2. Because I had to sit there and wait. So, I'm like, okay, all right. Let me go and get her drunk so we can have a good old night tonight, boy. She looking thick. Perfume smelling good again, y'all. She smelling good again. I'm like, whew, got to be more careful. So I'm like, all right, okay. I was like, well, and then the show seemed like it wasn't that long either. He only had 1 opening act.
Yeah.
And then it was his set. So the show over with, all that. Took the long ride home because it's all way in Hateville. So we took the ride home, and on the way home, you're like, I shouldn't have drunk out of that. I'm like, what the? You drink though.
But to my offense, I've lost a lot of weight, so I'm not, the fat drunk girl.
You never was the fat drunk girl.
But
you
I'm
just
saying,
thick.
like, I I probably
taking them
could.
hips.
My tolerance probably was more
Okay,
than
good
what
point.
it is now.
Good point.
So, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
So that kind of, your tolerance isn't the same anymore. Like I can't be out here drinking like I'm 20.
Well, that does change. You're right.
Like 20-year-old take shots. I can't do that.
You're right, but you grown too, so you can drink how you want to drink.
Not if it's a side effect. Not that side effect.
So I drop you off at home. I'm like, okay, I'm going. So let me go.
No, I went with you to get her.
And then
I was getting like sick in the car. I was like, oh, I should have went over there to McDonald's and got some fries.
Right. Yeah, right. No, so that time I didn't stay late. So did I take you home?
No, we waited.
About an hour.
Yes.
We waited about an hour, cause this is when she's working in retail. And anybody know about retail, when there's no designated time or error, it's damn near like fast food when it's time to get off. Like, if you don't start shutting it down, you're going to be there all night. So, with that being said, I'm like, okay. I'm looking at like, this is going to be another one of these nights. So, Gianna come on home. And I'm like, yeah, I know she ready now, boy. Come home. She fall out in the bed, butt naked, again.
But it was his fault. Why would you buy me all them damn drinks?
But you drink though. I ain't buy you. Technically, I ain't really buy you number 2 drinks.
You bought 4. I had to drink all 4.
Yeah, but they were so little. That's like to a drinker. That ain't nothing.
No, well, not to me.
Great.
Not to me. It was definitely something.
Ah, wonderful. Great.
The 2 would have been more than enough. So, you get what you pay for.
So that's the last episode that time. That was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that one, you came to the conclusion
that liquor is no longer for me.
So you just gonna quit drinking altogether, or like wine, or?
No, wine makes me sleepy and tired.
And I talked to a couple old people. They all say the same thing. So you might be getting a little old shouting.
Yeah, like I used to drink wine if I needed to fall asleep. Wine is relaxing. Like you ain't gonna be in no club sipping no wine. Hell no. You're gonna be in the corner asleep.
Yeah, but they rarely have wine in the club though.
No, they sell it.
They do? Mm-hmm. You don't usually see anybody get it though, do you?
I don't pay attention. But so yeah, I think that part of my life is done. It's okay. I've had enough of it.
Yeah, but what about me?
What about you?
what about me? Like,
you better start drinking. It's some what is that downstairs in that cabinet?
What is that? Moonshine.
That gasoline. Yeah.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, down here we got well, not down here, but in Tennessee they have a moonshine where they make moonshine at, and they sell it in some of the liquor stores down here. And we had bought it at a friend's New Year's Eve little get together we went to, and they did not finish the drink. Mm-mm. They took shots. You took a shot of it too. Took a shot of it, and my boy Squeak, he was like, "Nigga, it ain't gonna go down." It was right in his throat. He said, I ain't messing with that no more. I said, you gonna let Theresa outdo you? He said, yep, today I am.
That's gas. That stuff probably could power up a lawnmower.
Yeah, I think it's almost like 200 proof. It's like 184, 190, something like that proof.
But then, so we had like 2 jars. We took a jar to Ann house.
Ann Marie house.
Christmas, I think. Christmas. Uh-huh. And they drunk it. There were 2 drunks over there.
Yeah, and they drunk it.
But they was laid flat on their ass.
They was flat. Now you know it's strong if you put a drunk on their butt. You know it's strong.
They kept trying to act like it wasn't nothing. We look up, both of them was gone.
Out of it. And on top of it, I had bought them some tiger bones too. And I had bought my cousin some tiger bones for his birthday because his birthday is around Christmas. But it's hard to get the tiger bones because they won't send alcohol across state lines anymore. Where it come from, because as far as I know right now, there's only a couple places you can get it from. It's one, and it's only in New York. And a place in New York, they're actually getting it from Japan, I think. So that tiger bones, man, please. And it's not expensive. It's just rare. It's just very rare. It's like the bottle is only like $40, but it's just very rare. But I don't know. I'm thinking about. This is what I'm thinking about. We should do something different for one of these anniversaries coming up. Now you know I don't drink.
I don't want you to drink.
You know I don't smoke.
I don't want you to smoke either.
So what if we go to do one of those fun ayahuasca things?
No.
We ain't doing that?
No.
We ain't gonna do no ayahuasca and be on one of them islands?
No.
They say,
hell no.
We gonna do that?
Hell no.
It's just a thought. Okay, what about for our anniversary or for our birthday, we do like an edible or something?
No, I'm really scared of those just from people experience.
We ain't like we're gonna eat a whole thing. We're gonna eat like a piece.
No, because I don't want to have to put you out your own house. I don't even know how you're gonna act. You might get on my damn nerves. I don't know.
Telling you, shut. I'm gonna be crunk.
You're gonna be in the back under that gazebo. I don't know.
This is my thing. I think for our anniversary and for our birthdays, we should experience life differently. We should do something differently that we haven't done before, and we should like have fun.
But why has it got to be drugs?
It don't have to be drugs. I'm just saying what ideas. Okay. If it don't be drugs, and it don't have to be drugs, what ideas do you have?
None.
Exactly. That's my point. So I'm thinking I want to come up with some stuff we could do different that none of us has done before. That's thinking outside of the box. Like I know I don't want to jump out of no plane.
No.
But I want to do something different like that. Like I don't want to do that, but something different like that. That's what I mean. On that vein of differently, I want to do something different. Every year, we are going to do something different. I'm gonna handcuff you to me. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it, nigga. Mm-hmm. So I think just to give everybody a couple solutions when we going down this road. If you're gonna get drunk, I think the biggest things you can do is know your limits.
Yes. Agree.
Know your limits.
Know your age and limits.
Know your limits.
You can't drink like you're 20 and you're 40. It's patting you on your back.
Know your limits, shawty. Know your limit. If you're a one drink person, stick to your one drink and sip on it all night. Just make it last. Make it last forever. Make that mug last.
Yeah, there's people like that.
And this is interesting. This is what I came up with. Know what limit your spouse is comfortable with. So let's just think, let's say you a 4-drink limit, like 4, that's my limit. But what if your spouse prefer you to be at 2 or 3? Because they don't want you to be toe up at 4, because they think your limit is one thing and you think it's another. So I think you should have a compromise on whatever that number is. Just whatever it is, just have that compromise for your spouse.
Well, your limit for me would be 10. So you think the more somebody drink, the more things are gonna happen in the bedroom, but
not necessarily. Yes and no. I don't think it's 10. Like I don't want to take care of you. That's the limit is when I got to take care. I want you. If 4 was the drink that you were supposed to have, that get you all the way toe up, I want you at a real good like 1.5 too. Like in there when you like all the way loose. When like by the time you come in the room, like your clothes just fall off. Like what? How did this happen? Like but you still drunk enough to you like anything can happen. But you ain't drunk enough when you drunk. I want whatever number that is.
Okay. Well, every time I go out with you, you buy me like 10 drinks. So.
I don't buy 10 now.
You buy a lot.
I ain't bought no drinks in a while. I think what's another one is, especially for us, we haven't had this problem lately, is plan the night. So if you're going to be drinking, plan the night, or who going to take care of the kids, who got to deal with the kids the next day, who driving, is you going to church and all that. Plan the night and plan for the next day or what may or may not happen. Because, hey, if I knew you was going to get drunk like that, I'd have kicked you out the bed a long time ago. And this kind of goes, the last solution I through this process is kind of goes with the number 2 is know y'all's sweet spot in the process. That's like if we out kicking it and it only take you 1 or again 2 drinks to get like where we have a good time. That's our sweet spot for you or for us. Like, okay, there's 1 drink, we gonna ball out on this drink, we gonna have a good time. That's like knowing your sweet spot as a couple, to know where it is, where y'all going at, and just to know your limits in this process. So I just think that's one of the I don't know, I think that's the solutions that I think that'll help.
And don't eat cold food.
Yeah. Word.
Always get something hot.
Word to Theresa.
Hot, hot, hot.
Word to Theresa.
Yeah.
So, also, I think we want to get into our advice letter, right?
Yes. We have an advice letter.
And where can they send the advice letter?
To the Dyson Effect at hotmail.com.
The Dyson's Effect with the A. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey.
I'll get it right one day.
Yeah.
The Dyson Effect at hotmail.com.
Yes.
If you want to hear our advice or just hear me not really care too much about it, send it in.
Or if you got any topic ideas, we do got a long list of topics. If you got a topic that you want our advice on or something you want to hear our opinions on, hit us up in that email or DM us on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yes, so let's jump right in it. I've been with my current boyfriend for 2 years, and now we're engaged to be married. But my ex-boyfriend followed me on social media, and we worked together for 8 years and shared the same friends. Should I tell my ex-boyfriend I'm engaged before he hears it from somewhere else? Why wouldn't you? You holding on to the ex-boyfriend? Why is it a secret that you're engaged? Yeah, you were together for 8 years, but obviously that didn't work out. So what's the secret? Do you want to go back with your ex-boyfriend?
Interesting.
What's the secret here? Because obviously there's more to that, to where you feel like you don't want to tell him that you're engaged. So, what's the secret?
You think it's a secret?
It has to be. Like, what do you mean, should you tell him before? You don't owe him any explanation. He's an ex. You guys...
Interesting.
You have no time. You didn't mention you have kids together or anything.
Good point.
So why do you owe him any explanation of what you got going on in your life?
So if they've been together for how long again?
8 years.
The ex. And her current boyfriend.
2 years.
2 years. So I'm gonna guesstimate that they may or may not, the ex was engaged to be married and she was willing to move on.
Right.
So I think that, and she said they got mutual friends.
Yes.
So this is the thing. A lot of times people think that when you have mutual friends, things get back to other people more quick. So it's going to get to him quicker than usual if he doesn't know already. And how people communicate now, they communicate a lot on social media. So on social media, if he see her friends say that that's her fiance now, or say something to the effect of, to the marriage coming soon or something to that effect, I guess, will he feel some type of way is the question.
But why does she care?
Well, in this day and age and time,
people care. Oh, I don't.
People, yeah. Shout out to Tony Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to
Fuck your
Theresa.
feelings.
This is the thing. You will have to take into consideration of why is it important to you in regard to your ex. I'm going to guess, I can be wrong, I'm going to guess that you may not have a 5 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 feelings for your ex, but you still got feelings for him.
Or or you still talk to him.
Or you still talk to him. So if y'all have mutual friends, it depends on the friends that y'all was mutual with. Are these friends that y'all met together? Are these was his friends and now they're your friends? Or these was your friends and now they're his friends? That is the friend aspect, and you should ask your friends to respect your privacy in the telling of him if that's an issue or not. I think that when you break up with somebody, in my opinion, you cut all things with them off. Simply because you have to show respect to the person that you're with. And anybody that's a friend with my wife and vice versa, or a friend with me, they are considered our friend. So he can no longer be just your friend because he's your ex. And I don't think it's a good idea for him to be both of y'all friends, even though they do that in this day and age of time. I don't think it's a good idea for him to be y'all friend or you to take into consideration. And it's not being mean or it's not being abrasive into how he feels about in regard to the situation. But at the same time, you have to be considerate of the person that you're with right now. And he fell in love with you and only you. And you have to respect where he stands on this.
Right.
You have to respect where he stands and why does it mean so much to you to tell him.
Right.
Get to the root of it. Be honest. Get to the root of it. Why does it mean so much for you to tell him? Do you want to throw it in his face now? Do you want to regard or, don't want to hurt his feelings when he find out? So why would you worry about his feelings when his feelings don't have nothing to do with your current relationship?
Right. Especially if you're engaged to someone, which means obviously you said yes and you may love this person. How does your current boyfriend feel about you even wanting to tell him or saying, you don't know how you're going to tell him or you need to tell him why? Like, you don't owe him anything. The relationship is over. You moved on. Hopefully he's moved on.
Keyword, hopefully.
Maybe you're thinking too much into it. Maybe he could care less.
Maybe.
I guess
Good
it
point.
just depends on how the relationship ended.
Yeah, I would advise you to take into consideration where your current fiance stands on this and take into consideration of why you care so much. Why you care what someone else finds out or not, because eventually he will find out. So why would you care? Or why would you care or not? Why does it mean so much to you that, he will find out? I mean, why do you care about his feeling? It's not about, not caring and, how he will take it. Once a man and a woman or a significant other and another significant other come together, they become one. So if y'all is looking forward to the future for y'all to become one, why would you take into consideration the wholeness and the unit that y'all building upon? Like, it holds no merit. It holds no merit. It holds nothing, because in the long run, in 10 years down the line, it still shouldn't have no effect on your relationship.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
Sounds like you need to just move on. Stay in your stay engaged, work on that relationship. Because you don't want your fiance to feel some kind of way that you got to run back and tell your ex everything just because you were together for 8 years. If you don't have no kids together, you don't got no ties, you don't owe him nothing. And that's vice versa, whether it was a man or you don't owe that other person any kind of explanation about your future.
Right. But at the same time, I think that is going to wrap everything up.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in to another show, and we hope to see you soon. Make sure you share it, get the word out, comment, give us, your opinion, what you think we should do or not do. We may consider it, we may not.
And I think we're going to see if we can everybody that subscribe, rate, review, and send this tag the Instagram or Twitter to the most people, we are going to go with royalty again. You want to go with royalty again? Royalty Supply Clothing on Instagram. Anybody that tag the most people will rate, subscribe, and on all of our things, we're going to be giving it to many different people. But anyone does it the most for this episode, we're going to buy you something from Royalty Supply Clothing. So, wishing you guys nothing but the best. Wait to see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace and love, y'all. All right.